Dark World, okay. It's a really nice item to find. Game really wanted you to have some bombs. It's ironic because I usually pick up those pots before I open that chest. So, wow. There's a lot. I'll take all the safeties you have to offer. Ouch, that was my bad. Oh gosh, what's that nonsense? Whoops. Should immediately sequence work our way to the mountain. We really wanted to. Don't go to Lumberjack. Yes. Guess we're due for a map check once we get outside. Crystal and Hera. Master Sword. Lots of health. Some money. More lots of money. I still reflexively want to mark my map tracker. Take the shield. We'll go ahead and do the race game blind. I'm quitting, I'm not going there. It's very weird not to be messing with a map tracker right now. I'll go ahead and scout Desert Ledge, because there's been a couple times where I haven't scouted the ledge, and I really wanted to scout the ledge. Not really worth it. Nice throw. Oh my gosh. This will be a save and quit. To the eastern area by way of Highway Island. Right now, I really need Dark World access. When I get Dark World access, what am I gonna do with it? The island, at least. Dark World access. Let's go to the Dark World. Not in Sanctuary, shoot. I want to be at my house. It's an actual hour, man. No. One job. One job. Looking at two pendants in a row. Fire. Pod. Third crystal. Yes. Keep wanting to mark stuff off on that tracker that I have. Nice. Really want to go up to Pyramid Catfish? But I guess we are making our way towards Big Game. Not here and check sick kid before we do anything. Definitely check all the things before going into this now. There we go, we got boots. Can breathe now. Nice. Shot to the east of the mountain. Yes. Hey, now I want to go to, well, by the minute though. I'm gonna open up every chest. So if I find the map, I still need to open every chest. And if I don't find the map, it means it's on line. Map, but I don't have to check the big chest. Oh, peace. Okay, so now we can do light and dark death now. What am I even missing? I need flippers. Flippers, fire rod, and Samaria. Possibly a medallion. I think you skip Skull Woods right now, but I do want to do Graveyard Ledge. As I'm doing that, I might as well do Purple Ledge. Yeah, Graveyard Ledge, the boots checks, and then we go to the mountain. That was nothing, right? Yeah. The Flippers! Finally this plate pays off. So now what? Samaria and Fire Rod? And access to desert. Okay, that's not useful. Maybe I should pick up the heart piece. I'll pick that up. No! No! Rip. Do I have a chance to get an item off of Moldor? Hey, we did it. Let's go. Alright. Oh, we have boots. Fire Rod, Samaria, potentially a medallion, and away in the desert. Whatever, it's a stupid tricky way. Be Quake, please. No, it's either. Well, at least now we know. Oh my gosh. So 3 items from Goblin now. We need a Fire Rod, Samaria. Fire Rod, Samaria. I think dungeon diving is perfectly acceptable at this point. Already making that case for the rest of that swamp first. Should I hit that with a hammer? Nice. At least I didn't kick up the dust. I think I'll save so much time there. Actually, the second item there. Another beaky. At least it was an item. Last item on Argus, that's fine. Hey, Dandy. Dude, I don't know Diver Dash. I don't know the bomb setup without Kanesamari in the back. You missed my par 5 left side swamp diver down. What? Dude, I hate ice rides. Absolutely nothing in swamp. Feels great, man. What do I actually need? Hammer next. Used to NMG where I menu to the mirror there, but I don't think I actually need the mirror. No, I think it's worth it. Let's do it. Yoink. Yeah, it's possible that your philosophy there might work. But man, just the moment you were like, oh, well, why don't we take it away from entrance to make it consistent? I was like, bro, it's about to get ugly. Hoped it wasn't the case, but suspected it might. Running out of good dungeons to do. I guess Ice Balance is like, this doesn't pay out, is like our #1 thing to do. The problem is with this that I also have Pendant Pot. And I don't know how, I don't feel good about Pendant Pot right now. Beautiful. I should have thrown that in the pool. I'm gonna eat my words from Shireen because I actually have a good hobo route here. Hobo is one of my least liked. I usually do hobo really early just because I like that better. Let's go do that. I like that better than the pod Eastern play. I dare say I might do desert. Might do desert then ice even before Eastern. Because then you have the better read on pod. And you can turn in the green pendant on your way to pod. I feel like that might be a bad play though. I mean, if it pays off, it's brilliant. But if it doesn't pay off, my opponent is probably not making that same play. I'm putting off Eastern hella hard though. Although there's a good chance that the only reason we're going to Eastern is like for the lamp. There's that too. Of course, you could be going there for lamp, Samaria, and Ether. I can't even do ice. I don't have fire rod or bombers. But if I get ice access here, that would be spicy. If I find Bombos or Fire Rod. This is 0 items. Such a nasty item. When do I check that even? Shovel, K45, Bombos tablet. Or rather, the opposite over there. Oh, come on, that's fine. This is also my first race without without a location tracker. So I'm trying to... I don't have a fire source! I'm so silly. Where do I go? Pod Eastern, I guess. And we walking. I gotta do the shovel then. I have to do the shovel. Rip. If that was Fire Rod, that would have been huge. But it wasn't. Excuse me? What kind of jank dash was that? You know, I'm not even gonna bother opening up pod. Let's just go to Eastern. Should I though? If Eastern has a fire rod or bombos, then I absolutely want to go to ice over pod. This I might even do the smith chain before I start diving vengeance. Which admittedly makes the shovel play there kind of silly, but just when you whiff like that on desert, not the fetch quest, you gotta follow up on the fetch quest this time. Link, you gotta start dashing faster, man. Just go to the back. Now the lamp anyways. good. That saved a lot of time. I dare say it might. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make up for the time that we spent. So now we're in a position where Bo led to nothing in this turn. Only thing about this, I feel like we're about to find... Oh man, I haven't even dove desert yet either. That's kind of rough. We'll likely do desert after this, but I feel like I'm in a very real scenario where I dive pod for the lamp. Maybe it's a flute. Flute wouldn't be so bad. Diving pod for the lamp alone would be rough. It's a really slow bomb to pick up. I shouldn't have done that. It's kind of funny because I was just having a conversation with Etienne where I told him I'm basically washed up with hovering just because I don't play as much as I used to. I used to be doing the nightlies every night, but now they don't happen as often. Oh man, do I leave with that? Do I just leave pod? Holy cow. I really want to just go straight to Ice Palace with that. Man, that's a hard call. Yeah, I used to play nightlies every night, and now I don't. Fire Ride. I could go straight to the woods too. Man, leaving pod sounds like such a good idea. It just takes so long to get back here. Especially without a flute. If flute is back here and there's progression in fire, that's not a good time. How did that miss that many helmets? Dash. Dash. Oh man! Oh baby! Now we're ether for go mode. What a good call to stay here. Only bad thing now is that if ether was in the front of Skull Woods, this is really dumb. Let the map encompass. There's the guaranteed item on almost, which sucks. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Please don't be in the top chest. Please don't be in the top chest. Be here. Be here. Let's say, unless you are ether, I'll gladly accept ether. No, that's not where I want to go. Cool, I'll take that. That is kind of funny that Koi basically owns her. And also, Koi's a really good racer. So he kind of ends up farming the SRL races. Okay, save and quit to the Sanctuary. But at the same time, like, I know that he's a professional streamer. So, like, that's his career. That's what he does to pay bills. But yeah, the nightlies just really work out with his stream schedule in general. But it does end up that, you know, all of the, like, highly competitive players have pretty much migrated to the ladder at this point. So he's left with a bunch of, like, super casual people. And Koi's skill level is definitely a cut above casual. Really? Dang it. I don't know. I think he does want some sense of consistency. Which is weird, because the ladder, in terms of scheduling, the ladder is a lot more consistent than SRL is. Could have mirrored. Why did I not mirror? Yeah, I do like the fact that the ladder starts and it doesn't care who's ready up. Oh, did you hear me? Did you hear what happened to me during the big entrance pre-tourney race? Pre-qualifier race? We learned a little bit about how Racetime GG works. So, I joined late, right? I was having internet issues like that entire, like really the night before and that day. So I took me a while before I was able to actually join the race room. When I joined the race room, I was trying to get everything set up. And there was like, I want to say, a large number of people in the race. I can't remember exactly how many. But I was literally like on my way to ready up, like to hit the ready button. I just got all my trackers open and everything. And when I tried to ready up, it wouldn't let me ready up. And it turns out that what Allison did, Allison force readied the room, thinking, or he force started the race, thinking that it would force everyone who's not readied up to ready up. Instead, what it did was it kicked anyone who wasn't ready. And I was the only one that wasn't ready, so I got kicked from the race. Which I completely understand. No hard feelings from Allison. But we learned on that day that, oh yeah, when you force start a race, if you ain't ready, you are kicked. Okay, I still feel like Ice Palace is like super high right now. I feel like I should do my due diligence and do Desert first. And then maybe Smith Chain? I don't know. Should I check Pedestal? I'm not gonna check Pedestal. If I had Flute, I would check Pedestal. If Flute is in Skullwood somewhere, I will mirror and check Pedestal. But not before. Yeah, I'd started streaming everything, and I was trying to ready up. I was like, why can't I ready up? I was like, oh, I was kicked from the race. Well, I guess that's it. And Allison came into my chat and was like, sorry, dude. I was like, no hard feelings. I mean, I was a little salty because I did want to run the race because it's a big race. But, I mean, I was late to the racers, though. Regardless of what my issue was. Yeah, I was really sorry. Regardless of what my issue was, I was late. So, dang. Alright, we'll do the bomb jump. This is what I'm talking about, man. I'm rusty. Me trying to click bomb. I almost spammed hook shot, not even realizing I would have been shot for that statue. Dude, where's the second item here? You'll make me go all the way here. I bugged that. Smart though. Cape, but I know bumper cave is useless. Let's do the smith chain on our way to desert. Since we're like right here anyways. Will also allow us to clean up K45 and the Bombos tablet, and then we just cruise on the desert. Or if we're lucky, we'll just find ether here. Catfish is still on the prowl. Also, Cape does give me access to Spike Cave. Not like I don't have 300 bottles, but... Maybe I should have picked those up. I don't know. Unfortunately, we do have to walk this chest to K45, which kind of sucks, but whatever. I mean, I do have the hook shots, so it's not that bad, but I don't think it's worth menuing the hook shot for the time we're going to save. If only there was a way to select the hook shot without having the menu. But that would be an unfair advantage because you have to practice that. You can't do that unless you spend hours practicing to be competitive with that. And it's not fair to the people who literally picked up this game yesterday. Because they don't know how to do that. Oh man, stop yelling at me, Spike Cave. God. Finding all the things I don't want to find. Alright. So what do we have after death? I mean, I'm not even kidding. I really want to go to Ice Mountains. I have wanted to since I got the Fire Rod, but it just made more sense to go to Skullwoods and Desert. Rip! This would be slightly painful because there's a good chance you could have checked this. What am I doing? There's a good chance you could have checked this before Swamp. But would you have done it before Pot? Probably not. So even if that was Ether, you're probably still burying Swamp. Alright, round 2 of Desert. Yeah, I tried to go back to Desert without a fire source. This is my first game, this is my first rando match I've ever played GFE without a location tracker. So right now, in terms of orphan locations, I have Spike Cave and Catfish. What could possibly go wrong with this? How'd your co-op match go? Oh my gosh, like turn around, dude. Nice. Get wrecked, Landmo. That was horrible, RNG. My gosh. Well, that's funny. Absolutely ice pellets. First off, let me clean up the tracker a little bit. Wouldn't it be a terrible idea to check Spike Cave before ice palace? Would that be the worst? Let's go straight to ice. This cactus dash? Yes. That's not the way I dash out of the desert. Man, it's been forever since I've done it empty. There's no way of saving quit as faster here, right? Wouldn't be a bad idea to do the Dora area first. It's a little crazy that that's actually logical access desert and that's go mode. Man, I almost checked Waterfall Cave and then left. This is a horrible idea. Why am I here? I was thinking, I was like, oh, I don't need to do Dora. Let's just go straight down. No! Good shot. I don't know how I feel about my chances right now. Flippers were on Graveyard Ledge, and I got that pretty early, so that feels good. Also had the knowledge of Turtle Rock pretty early. Also full cleared Swamp. Oh, I was just telling Dante about what we learned earlier. I don't know if you heard about the entrance race that I got booted from or not. Oh yeah, that's an option. Whoever's the race moderator can turn off streaming and it won't be recorded. I actually knew that one. This is going to be a really good time. What about intro? Oh no, I got kicked from the pre-tourney hype match that they were having. because I joined late because I was having internet issues, which is, you know, understandable. But I think it was like 5 minutes after the start of the race, Allison force started the race, and he thought that it would force everybody to ready up, but instead what it did was kicked out everybody who wasn't ready, and I was the only person who wasn't ready. So it kicked me from the race. So that day we learned that when you force ready, it kicks anyone who's not ready. Which honestly makes more sense. Because otherwise you could just like tank somebody's ranking. So in hindsight, that's absolutely the way it should work. But we just didn't know that ahead of time. That was just really funny. Mamos. Still no big key though. Oh, you jerk. Oh my gosh, will I please do a spin? My Lantha. That's not a room you expect to lose seconds on. And I have to open the big key chest. Right? Right. Oh, did you hear about our, what ended up happening with our multi-world last night? Etium accidentally rolled the wrong settings, so instead of playing cross keys, we were doing full entrance shuffle. That was a treat. Because we were wondering, we were like, why? Like, everybody but Megawatt was in BK mode. And we were just like, what? Like, why? Oh yeah, that was funny. Etium just gave me that bottle like a few minutes before I did that sequence break. I was in Ice Palace, but then my brain told me, because I have Canis Samaria, like I can sequence break a chest, and I didn't think there were any other items. I was like, well, I just got this bottle. Let's do a fake flute to the beer. All the resources. But yeah, because we about 30 to 45 minutes, Relkin hit BK mode, and then Shireen hit BK mode. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm almost hitting BK mode. And we were like, what's going on? And then Etium checked the spoiler and saw that he had accidentally rolled full entrance. Because we all were like, you know, I have no connectors to the Dark World. All of my desert entrances were in the Light World. What was that? Yeah, my entire Hyrule Castle and Desert was in Dark World. All of Megawatt's Turtle Rock was in the Light World. I was lucky enough to have boots, so I could do some stuff. But there was a lot of stuff that took me a long time to do. Like, for example, it took me forever. I had to get items. I did the Death Mountain Descent as a bunny. So I had to wait for an item to get Super Bunny state. Then I had to wait for an item to do the dash up. And then I could finally walk down. Oh my gosh, you don't make me do the absolute well, great. Yeah, and then I wasted all that time trying to get Link State, forgot the purpose of Link State. It's like the very first door that I unlocked, I walked into. I was like, ah, crap. Just had to wait. It's like, no, the purpose of Link State isn't so you can go do stuff necessarily. It's so you can unlock the doors so you can scout them later. Like bombs and stuff like that. But whatevs. Excuse me? Pretty sure that went straight through the ice head. That first one. The other ones were garbage. That first one looked on point to me. Be full clear to rock. I really, really hope Flute was on Helmasaur. Or Flute and Ice. Flute and Ice would have been good, because if you're on Flute and Ice, you're 100% following that. Although I will say that if you hadn't checked the Zora area before Ice, you're definitely checking it after. Rip. So much for my hypothetical where I might be able. That actually makes me feel really bad about my place. Unless I'm just... Well, I don't know. I still could have gotten really lucky with flippers. But who knows? Especially with mitts being where they were, because one of the reasons why I went to Graveyard Ledge is because I wanted to mirror and check Kingston. So maybe if you find mitts, you do the smiths instead. Which would have been a perfectly reasonable option. Nice. Rip. Oh, come on. What is this? Garbage? All the fetch quests in Genesis Town. All the stuff I'd want my opponent to find that I did not find. Even powder. Powder. I'm also realizing that I forgot this was Ambrosia mode, where an item had to be on a boss, but I don't think it mattered. Checking the Eastern Palace Big Key chest would have been really stupid, but I didn't do it. I should have known there was going to be an item on Helmsor, but that wouldn't have affected my routing at all. Desert wouldn't have affected. I lost time in Hera for sure. Hera was misplayed because there's an item on the first floor. It's always annoying when you're on a great pace and GT ruins it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of activity in Discord too. A lot of people are dot dunning. That was close, almost ruined really good orange there. That was a beautiful gauntlet. That was an absolutely beautiful gauntlet. It was good to get that room right. I'm messing that room up a lot lately. Did not need that, or whatever. take a double there. Ah, I really wanted that double though. That was unfortunate. Let's go. I'll take that. Man, I felt a lot better about our time until I saw that GT had the flute, the mushroom powder. Well, come to think of it, we did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of stuff. Also, the Zora Ledge is something that you can generally check pretty early. Although you'd had to have had flippers off of Graveyard Ledge first. Yeah, we did. I feel almost good about this, but man, the more I think about it, the more we did a lot of stuff we didn't have to do. Followed the flippers too early. Race results. I defeated Oro. Oh, hey, Oro. Hello. Why'd you end up forfeiting? I saw a lot of activity. What was going on in some of these? Some of these times. Data forfeited, forfeit. Ravis finished first with an hour and 7. Got a console hiccup after finishing Desert. Oh man, I hate that. Temp only lost by a minute 49 seconds. Or really by a minute 10 seconds. Killer with a time of 1:23:04 beat Dataplat, who forfeited. I were a few minutes ahead of you. Yeah. I got to the flipper super early. Yeah, Ether was on the Zora Ledge. I got to the flipper super early and followed them really hard. Like I did Swamp. I followed them into dungeons. I didn't follow them elsewhere. Swamp was completely empty. I tried to go to land mode without a fire source. Let me check the Rando Council channel. It is blowing up. And that's a novel of a post that I'm not gonna read on stream. Come back to that later. Yeah, you got the Flippers early too, full cleared swamp. A plan to route Zora area in with splash delete, but never had a good opportunity and kept finding other progression leading me somewhere else. Yeah, I don't like the Zora area of splash delete. I just don't. I can't get it to work. I probably need to witch it. Honestly, splash delete has never been something I practice. If it's not 3 arrows and 2 bombs, forget about it. What were you missing, Oro? Just the ether? I almost made the really bad decision to leave pod after the fire rod. If you had Moon Pearl when I was doing Ice Rod Cave or Mirror when I was doing Catfish, I would have headed to the Zora area then. Oh yeah, I never did Catfish. Never did Catfish, never did Spike Cave. Flute was in GT. Mushroom was in GT. Powder was in GT. A lot of stuff in GT. Just either you was in lampless go mode without having touched Death Mountain TR was Quake. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that would have been huge. Lamp was on land mode. I don't know if you got that far or not. Excuse me. Yeah, I almost just rushed into Ice Palace because Flippers hadn't really led to anything. And, what else? Fire Rod didn't really lead to anything. So in my mind, it was like a perfect storm of go to Ice Palace. And then I checked Zora on a whim. And I almost did Waterfall and then just went right back to Ice. I almost did Waterfall Cave, Ice Palace, Zora area. Which now that I see how this scene played out, would have been a really stupid play. Just in my mind, I was like, well, if I go to Zora, I'm going to have to save and quit. I'm not going to have full health, so let's just do Ice Palace, then do the Zora area, but routing-wise, that would have been kind of silly. right, that's gonna do it for me. If you're watching, I hope you enjoyed it. GFE, Dante, Oro, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm gonna go ahead and cut stream. I don't know if I'm gonna be back online tonight. Honestly, there's some multi worlds or something going. I might join and stream it, but it's probably gonna be the end for me. I'm probably just gonna enjoy the rest of my Memorial Day and chill. I will catch you guys later. GG Oro. Sorry about your console again, man. That sucks. But later.